whatever. Whatever. Claudian. Oh my god. What is that? Yeah, unlock the savage. Lilith. I've made a breakthrough after countless, uncountable days and nights. I finally hearkened to the crystal's whispers, and I must say... Professor Claudian, where are your manners? While I understand all too well your enthusiasm, I must remind you that even the most academically inclined prefer a composed recounting of events. Yes, of course. My apologies, Lilith. Being consumed by my research for so long, I'm afraid I have quite forgotten how to engage in civilized conversation. Oh my god. Honestly, relatable. In that case, perhaps we should start from the beginning. With a crystal set adrift upon ethereal tides, containing the memories of a party yet unknown, they cried out for deliverance from Pandaemonium, where the ancients kept volatile creations under lock and key. You yourself witnessed the power devouring the facility from within, and the advent of a divine monstrosity wrought of mythic beast and a powerful mage. Fortunately, your martial prowess and the combined magical talents of your companions, Themis and Erchthonios, was sufficient to restore order to the circles of Asphodeles. But the greater threat remains. In the depths of Pandaemonium, a presence yet stirs, its intentions and identity shrouded in mystery. That is the issue at hand, is it not? Since you've returned, we worked tirelessly to discern the nature of the crystal. In the process, I detected an anomalous etheric signature, which I believe arose from the memories stored within. Analysis of this pattern suggested a feeling of loss or yearning, specifically the yearning to be made whole, and indeed ambient readings have revealed a faint but identical signature. That can only mean another such crystal exists in our time. So, my friend, I must depart to search for it forthwith. By tracing the matching etheric signature to its source, I believe it will be a simple matter of finding our crystals too. Professor, will this expedition be carried out only by us, or will Lilith grace us with her protection? Oh, I have to go to Abyssos. Nay, I'm afraid she has more pressing matters to attend to. My dear friend Rusinad, namely to seek out the secrets which lie nestled within Pandaemonium, where all this began. From all that we have heard, it appears that time traversal from the crystal tower is not fluid. That is to say, one can but travel in predetermined intervals. It would be prudent to check in on occasion, in case there are any unanticipated changes. As for you, my loyal assistants, I would ask you to remain here and continue catalog the ancient creations. Oh my god, he's going all out on his own? You can't mean, do you intend to search for the crystal on your own? Why yes, that would be the most efficient use of resources, would it not? In fact, I have already commissioned a ship and pilot for that very purpose. I trust you to take care of the laboratory in my absence. I apologize for that somewhat abrupt departure. When progress is in sight, Professor Claudian tends to become blind to all else. Indeed, and he has been worse than usual. While I cannot fault him for his excitement, I do wish he would spare a thought for those around him. For reasons unknown, the crystal seems loath to be overheard. Much as it spoke only to you last time, none but the professor have been able to capture its ethereal yearning, which has only served to convince him that he can solve the puzzle on his own. Surely after some time alone, he'll come to remember how valuable we are. The search for this crystal seemed to be simple enough matter. Let him have his adventure, and upon his return I'm certain he'll be back to his usual self. As for you, Lilith, it may be best to return to Pandaemonium, as Professor Claudian suggested. Speaking of which, I did have a request of my own to make. Traveling to Pandaemonium requires you to pass through Elpis, correct? There is something I would have you investigate in my stead. While those creatures confined to the Pandaemonium are considered to be failure, I doubt that's their whole story. Barring exceptional cases, they must have been under observation in Elpis before being consigned to their shackles. If we know anything about the ancients, it's that they would have kept thorough records of the results. Ah, brilliant. Delving into these records may shed light on creatures Lilith has yet to encounter, if your theory proves correct, that is. While there are no guarantees, it certainly beats the current strategy of rushing forward blindly with only her strength to carry the day. For your own sake as well as ours, please unearth what information you can. Look at all those yellow quests. You seek records of Pandaemonium's creations? Master Themis has just finished perusing the very same. I should not be surprised that we both arrived at the same conclusion. Luckily, I have saved you the trouble and gleaned what information I could. Ah, so you know each other. I was dreading having to once again scour the archives, but perhaps instead I'll rest for a spell. If there's nothing else, I shall take my leave. As should we, for I have undone the warding sigil blocking the entrance to Abyssos. I came here merely to chase an idle suspicion while awaiting your return. Unfortunately, while Pandaemonium's protective wards continue to be assailed by our unknown foe, there have been no fluctuations so great as to make my doubt Erechthonius' capacity to keep watch over Asphodelis while I'm away. He works diligently to master interment, that he might deliver the creations back to their cages by his own hand. I thought it best to give him time to hone his craft. And since fate has brought us both here, I would ask you to accompany me while I attend to another matter. More idle suspicions that I would like to chase down. Rest assured, I shall not take long. I simply have a few questions to ask an acquaintance of mine. Come, he has agreed to meet us near the naos to Pandaemonium. Schley. Is that over there? Oh my gosh, hello Unique, thank you for the raid! How is 13 Sentinels? Oh, actually, you just got here, but I'm about to take an ad break. They're about to play in a couple minutes. But hello, welcome. It's frying your brain? Oh no. In a bad way or in a good way, though? Okay, I'm gonna take my break before I get into this good scene. Good and bad. Miso Soup has graced us with his presence. Baby. As I have pondered our expedition into Pandaemonium, I could not help but be mystified by how strong the warders we encountered felt for La Habrea, whether it be for good or for ill. Hesperos and Erechthonios were two sides of the same coin. The former looked to his mentor with absolute devotion, while the latter looks to his father with bald hatred. I would not expect a familiar such as you to understand this, but such extreme emotions toward a single individual are quite rare indeed. Naturally, I feel gratitude toward my mother and father, yet we are all equals in the larger picture of the star. Also, Unique, if you're still here, does my mic still sound bad? Oh, whoa. Sounds fine? Okay. I tried to, like, do some recording and, like, change settings, but, cause it was sounding a little bit echoey. I could hear what you meant, Unique. Naturally, the view is not unique to myself. It is more or less accepted as the way of things. By contrast, the researchers of Pandaemonium seem to view La Habrea with a feeling of approaching obsession. Whether driven by love or hate, they all have been drawn to him. There were many other aspects of the facility's particulars I found troubling besides. I decided my best course of action would be to go straight to the source and pose my questions to a member of Words of La Habrea. Hear a waterfall? I also hear the waterfall. I'm pretty sure it's in the cave. Yeah. Surprisingly, I don't have any waterfalls in my studio apartment. My apologies to have kept you waiting, Master Themis. I understand you are conducting an investigation of Pandaemonium and wish to know of its origins. Indeed, in particular, I wish to know why Pandaemonium was built directly under Elpis. The facility is overseen by Words of La Habrea, after all. Why keep it so close to Elpis, whose governing body has no say in its day-to-day operations? At first I thought it to be simply a matter of convenience. Those creations which were deemed failures by the researchers of Elpis could be easily ushered into their new homes. Imagine my surprise when a trip to the archives revealed that many of the creations were sent from the organizations beyond Elpis, including from the Words of La Habrea themselves. Gas. Given this, albeit limited information, I cannot but feel that the Academia and Nider would have been a more fitting locale. What does Elpis have that cannot be found there? These are fitting questions, and one we have asked ourselves many times in recent years. Alas, the nature of Pandaemonium's construction does not lend itself to relocation. When first it was built, circumstances weren't as they are now. As you surmise, the majority of the creations kept within Pandaemonium were sent from Elpis. Yet, as the years passed, interests changed. Failures in creations deemed too flat to even submit to Elpis paradoxically drew the attention of Pandaemonium's research. That is quite the change, and in fact it almost runs counter to the facility's original purpose. Unique, I can't with you. Who is it that decides which creations will be subject of research? Master La Habrea, such authority is reserved for the chief keyword, and he has taken it upon himself to step into that role. So if Pandaemonium's resources were being misused, it would be under La Habrea's authority, correct? Oh! I know not of what you're suggesting, but the keywords also hold some sway within the facility. Not even Master La Habrea would be free from their scrutiny. They are duty-bound to report any irregularities as soon as possible, although I admit of late their communication has been somewhat sporadic, but we but recently received a report of one of the keywords starting that all is well within Pandaemonium's halls. Oh my god, I'm having such trouble reading and like with words today. Really? Are you certain that a keyword sent it? Yes, of course. Our communication suffered temporary obstruction, but I can assure you that the words did their due diligence in confirming the identity of the sender. Who was it? Thank you. This information will be helpful to my investigation. That will be all for my prying. Then I shall take my leave. While you are yet permitted to conduct your investigation freely, I must remind you that the warder's work is delicate, and it would be remiss to disturb them for longer than is necessary. All is well. A blatant lie, and to that we can both attest. One of the remaining keywords is most certainly in league with the party behind this. Let us hurry. I know not why our adversary sent that report, but 'tis plain that we must return to Pandaemonium with haste. Orb. Why would you do that? I cannot guess as to why this false report has arisen now, but it certainly bodes ill, as does the knowledge that our mysterious mastermind has at least one more keyword to puppet. Regardless, they have tipped their hand, and we would be remiss to leave Eric Thonios at the mercy of their machinations. I also never know how to pronounce that word either. Let us hope no harm has befallen him. Interesting. Oh! What's he up to? I've traced these sigils countless times, yet I still lack the strength to maintain the spell. And now time works against me. I can no longer be victim to my own ineptitude. What? Who goes there? Hee hee! Hee hee! There is something to be admired in such single-minded effort, even if your methods leave much to be desired. You allowed this familiar to catch you unawares. Have you set your sights so high as you forgot you walk upon the earth? Hee! Oh, so silly. I know this creature, a familiar of the Phoenix, but that monster is locked away. That it is. In spite of the trouble I went to freeing it, I might add. Begrudge me for addressing you in this ill-fitting form, if you must, but with the control of Asphodelis wrested from my grasp, it is simply the best I can offer you. Hide if you will, but mark my words, I will find you, and make you pay for the chaos you've sown. Now, there is no need for such hostility. A calm heart stays the course, the wisdom of La Habrea, your father. No worries. Yeah, you too, OB. Good luck with work and everything. And how would you know what wisdom he speaks? I've heard those words many times, the scolding of a tutor whose students struggled to grasp the most rudimentary lessons, seething with disgust. No. I've not told that to anyone, not even keyword Hesperos. That can only mean one thing. You still insist on mocking me. Stop this farce, La Habrea. At last you move to keep up. Pity that you remain behind, nevertheless. Oh shit. Oh, fuck. What? As ever you are, you fail to learn, fail to understand, fail to act. And though fate designed you, and though fate deigned to offer you an escape, you remain here, You are bereft of magical prowess and common sense both. But you need not despair. Dull though you may be, you are yet indispensable to Pandaemonium's great experiment. Oh, no. Not this whole thing being an experiment. There's the affection I remember. Tell me, did I ever once measure up to your expectations? You shall. Take pride in that and rejoice to see your wish fulfilled. What? What wish? Come, and all shall be revealed. All this rage, this hatred, is but a consequence of ignorance. Our desires align more than you know. What are you? Uninvited guests join our reunion. Seems fortune no longer favors. Do you think I have any interest in listening to your prattle, let alone bowing to your will? I am no longer a child, and my faith lies with those who have earned it. So, these are the heroes who brought Hesperos low, even as power divine flowed through his veins. 'Tis plain there are worthier subjects to contend with. God, I'm so excited to see his face reveal. Thank you. If you had shown up even a moment later, I shudder to think what would have become of me. There must something I tell you. I know who's behind this. There's but one person who can hold thrall over familiar creation and keyword alike. So there can be one conclusion. La Habrea was the driving force behind this chaos from the start. There is logic to that. There are a few with the wherewithal to even consider experimentation on such a scale, let alone the capacity to create demigods from man and beast, with the rest of us none the wiser. Considering the magnitude of his work with the convocation and the words, his relatively minor role as chief keyword comes under little scrutiny. Even as it provides him the authority to wield dangerous magics, it may serve as veil and mantle both. Still, I find the notion hard to accept. The misdeeds perpetrated here could not have been done by the La Habrea I know. Have you met him? Yes. You have met him, yes. Do you think he is capable of this? Yeah, kinda. La Habrea is capable of far more than you know. Is he? Do you believe La Habrea to be a man of few scruples if it brings his goals closer to reach? That alone should be enough, but let me assure you, La Habrea holds nothing so dear as his own ambition. While he may not be the one to let emotion stand in the way of his mission, I cannot believe there are no depths to which he would not stoop. Although we met briefly, the impression left on me stands in stark contrast to your evaluation. Though his methods are ever unorthodox, they seemed guided by a firm understanding of what is just. There's one way to find out for certain. We delve deeper into Pandaemonium and pull back the curtain on this mystery ourselves. A wise course. I would not deny the truth if I saw it with my own eyes, even if it was discomforting to behold. Then we must move forward with no excess of caution. La Habrea, or whomever is behind this, has likely spread their tentacles into every corner of Pandaemonium. We can safely assume the other keywords won't greet us with open arms. Agreed. Let us make our way through Abyssos one careful step at a time. I shall stay by Erichthonios' side, in case our enemies think to target him again, but I trouble you to take the vanguard. Sure, whatever that means. Thank you. As precaution, I shall safeguard you with a simple spell. This will ensure that even when we become separated, my phantom warriors will still come to your aid. If it does come to battle, the keyword's magics will put us at a disadvantage once again. Luckily, we have you to even the scales somewhat. I trust you shall be liberal with your wit. Woohoo! Oh, Miso, I actually can't have you on my lap right now. I'm about to, mommy needs to raid. Oh, fuck. We all got sucked into somewhere. Oh shit. This looks sick as fuck. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Yeah, mythic creation. Proto carbuncle? That's a carbuncle? But mine is so cute. I love that like Endwalker has given us lore to like Duty Finder and Party Finder. Like summoning our friends to battle using like Ascians crystal. Wait, do you help? Let me summon my carbuncle first! Okay, music is kind of popping off. Oh fuck, oh fuck. I should probably just follow everyone else. I should just, yeah, look where other people are going. Lord Swagster? Are these gonna get like larger or something? a tank buzzy? Okay. Why did I do this? Swag. GG's. Ooh, look at the Venus flytraps. Swaggy. Hell yeah. Sure. Lord Swagster. This is the gear that I like? Oh, hell yeah. I need the weapon. I need. Can I speak? I need the book. Give me book. Does the book drop from the last one? From 8? Or... So this is where research is conducted on creations imbued with poisons and venoms. Ericthonius and I were conveyed not far from here. It seems our foe is finding it more difficult to surprise us. 8S? Oh, yikes. Fortunately for you, since they appear particularly keen to see you dispatched as quickly as possible. Even alone, you are a force to be reckoned with. Part of me is glad you emerged victorious, that I might observe you further. Oh, weapons only drop from Savage. Yep. Is this La Habrea? Oh my god. Were the circumstances different, I might thank you for keeping my son alive for this long, but I believe we can forego introductions, unless I have misread you. Ah! Oh my god. I am all too familiar, Paragon. I don't remember that. I skipped most of ARR. A charming appellation, but I'm afraid I hold no such position. No, I am La Habrea of the Convocation of 14. Oh, is that like something he gets in the future? If you truly are who you claim to be, then answer this question. That can wait. Oh. Ugh, what is this? No! Don't hurt my baby boy. Now this is curious. That trap I wove at your feet reacts to ether, but you remain unaffected. Yeah, that's because I'm ascendered and I have more dynamis in me, such than ether, and in an unfamiliar composition besides. It is of no matter, I suppose. A more direct approach will beget the same results. I would advise you to think carefully, but before deciding your next action. Strike me down there, and Ericthonius' wish shall remain unfulfilled. Never again shall he meet Athena. My mother? You dare hide behind her name? Listen well, Ericthonius. We are of the same mind concerning your mother. You have your allies for protection, so what harm is there in hearing me out? Erchthonios, wait. There is a question I must needs ask first. If you truly are La Habrea, why speak such blatant lies? Oh? Bitter in defeat, are we? Say my name. What's tea? A simple request. Themis, was it? A trifle soon forgotten, as are you. I have my answer. The La Habrea that I knew took pride in the convocation and would never suffer its denigration. You sully his station with this farce. Themis, what are you saying? La Habrea and I hardly saw eye to eye, but I know his voice when I hear it. Indeed, he makes a passing fine imitation in appearance and manner. However, the real La Habrea would never call me by the name Themis. Oop. Oop. What? What trouble have you gotten into yourself, Elpis? Ah! That's Elpis? Wait, what? Wait, what? Imposter, you have no right to claim that form, that mask. Ah! Oh my god, what is going on? What? Who? Was a mask that sickened me to wear. The mask of La Habrea, a man who valued his position above all, who would murder his own wife in pursuit of duty. What the hell? Yet you would assume my name and wield powers that are mine by right. Any worth you may have hinges on what you so despise. Such trite provocations. I will not be goaded into finishing this ere my work is done. Erchthonios, listen well. I am Hephaestus. And it is I whom you should call father. Well, he does kind of look like him, so that wasn't so surprising. What in the name of creation? Oop! They're all like, bitch, you cheated on or like, Athena cheated on you. Yikes. We would not do well to stand idle while our enemy is about. I believe an explanation is in order, Elpis. Let us return to safety so you may provide it. That sounds more like the La Habrea I know. So Themis is Elpis? Yes? What in the heck? Before we depart, however, I must offer you an apology. As La Habrea, I am Elpis, one of the convocation and emissary of their will. For reasons which do not involve you, it was necessary to hide my identity while investigating this place. Still, that hardly excuses my deception. I know a thing or two about deception myself. I had a feeling. Yeah, because why would they, like, let this kid just investigate? Your perceptiveness does not surprise me. When the time comes, it shall make my explanation all the easier to understand. In any case, we have pressing matters to attend to. Let us do as La Habrea suggested and return to the gates. We can speak there. Please, help him. Save him. As you are aware by now, I am known as Elpis. After my dear friend Azim and I detected irregularities in Pandaemonium, we decided the best course of action would be to hide my station as I conducted my investigation. I am sure La Habrea as well is eager to find out why I hid who I was, so I shall save that story for later. First, I would like to speak of you, my friend. Although neither Azim nor I have met you in the flesh, you came with her highest recommendation. That alone was enough for me to accept you as an ally without question. That somewhere in the world, a guiding star so similar to herself was out there, amused Azim to no end. There was not a shade of doubt in her heart that you would be a formidable ally. Furthermore, I have heard stories that Mistress Vana, who held the position of Azim previously, journeyed with a familiar much like yourself. I miss them! That made the decision to trust you all the easier. She too now dons the white robes of an advisor. If she placed her absolute faith in you, I knew I would be in capable hands. Aware though I was of the path you had walked, I had no interest in exposing you. Merely I wanted to meet you, to travel by your side. I may know but a small portion of your whole story, but that is enough for me to believe that you would never lead me astray. I wanted to tell you that. Ah! Oh my god. I don't know how long it's been since we last spoke, La Habrea, and truth be told, I had hoped we never would again. But I see now that I was a fool to think I would ever escape your meddling. Just what is that thing that called himself La Habrea, and why is he the spitting image of your younger self? I find it hard to believe you've only just now found out such a being was wreaking havoc in Pandaemonium. Did you think matters would simply sort themselves out? I suppose you deserve at least a cursory explanation. I was well aware of the anomalies occurring within Pandaemonium, including the fact that Azim and Elpis had taken upon themselves to investigate. I saw no reason to insert myself into the situation. For a time, that was. Imagine my surprise when instead a formal report from you and yours, I received a communication from one of the keywords stating that research and operations were proceeding as usual. While Hephaestus's deception was almost childish in its simplicity, it became plain to me that your grasp on the situation was slipping. So you knew of his existence from the beginning. I can hardly imagine that you would suffer another masquerade as one of the convocation, not without good reason at least. As you well know, the name La Habrea is but a marker of my station. 'Tis not the name I was born with. Hephaestus has claimed that for himself. I cannot fault him for it, as he is my other half, in a manner of speaking. Oh my god, is he your evil twin? He knows all that I know, my equal in every way, yet within his heart is naught but greed, envy, and desire, all the emotions we are loath to acknowledge within ourselves. If what you say is true, what purpose would such a being serve? Of course, V. He was the product of an experimentation gone awry, a reminder of the days when I was yet young and reckless. I thought him sealed away for good, but it seems time has a way of unearthing the shame we bury. When he spoke of my mother, he looked at you with venom in his eyes, blamed you for her death. Tell me, was he right to do so? His words were but the ramblings of a tortured mind. The hatred and despair he endures has warped his view of the world irreparably. And now that he has awakened, he must be put to rest. If he succeeds in breaching Pandaemonium's protective wards, he shall invite disaster unto our star. As chief keyword of Pandaemonium, it is my duty to decide the proper course of action. As such, I declare that all research shall be summarily abandoned and the facility destroyed. No! all the researchers are gonna be so emo. You would leave the other warders to their doom? Is a choice befitting La Habrea. Do you disagree? You speak of duty, and ours is to guide our star and its inhabitants upon the correct course. It is no surprise that you would choose annihilation of Pandaemonium if its existence posed even the remotest risk to our people. Yet, as you can see by Erchthonius' response, the decision is somewhat more nuanced than that. Azim and I grappled with this conundrum for some time, in fact. That is precisely why I chose to involve myself directly. 'Twas the only way I could truly determine the best solution. And you need not trouble yourself with that further. The chief keyword must prevent the worst from occurring, no matter the cost. Your feelings, Elidibus, are of no consequence. Have you taken even a moment to consider another path? No. You spared nary a thought for aught but yourself and your duty. You have no idea of the trials we've endured, the foes that Lilith has stood against. Lilith, is it? A being of such ether as I have never seen. What are you? She's the guiding star that shall lead us safely through this. Thanks to her stout arm and steadfast courage, we have subdued the mythic creations and returned them to their cells. Aww. You're too much. Speaking of which, I would hear your opinion, Lilith. As outsiders, we are in a unique position to look upon circumstances with our visions unclouded by attachment. It is too soon to give up on saving the others. La Habrea can't be trusted. What was it you said about being an emissary? No. Lilith is low-key sappy down in her heart of hearts. Agreed. We still know next to nothing about Hephaestus, and I highly doubt La Habrea has been forthcoming with the truth. But we've managed to regain control of Asphodelos. He must be made to see that there's merit in continuing on this path. I have it. Speak in your official capacity as Elidibus the Emissary. Judge which approach is more sound, and even La Habrea would be compelled to listen. As Elidibus, I am duty-bound to assess the matter from a position of impartiality. My opinions as Themis can carry no weight. You understand what that means, yes? I do. Even so, you've walked with us all this time, seen what we've seen. Based on that alone, I trust you'll find the best way forward. Very well. Then in my capacity as emissary, I shall state my judgment. At present, there are merits both in destroying Pandaemonium outright and in taking time to rescue its researchers, and neither is yet an impossible task. Therefore, I judge that the most measured choice would be to continue upon our present course. We delve into Abyssos, interring any mythic creations we encounter along the way. I have yet to witness Lilith's might and Erchthonius' resolve. You have yet to witness Lilith's might and Erchthonius' resolve. I would ask that you see our capabilities firsthand, and only then decide if our endeavor is futile. If such is the will of the emissary, then I shall obey. However, if indeed I find your strength to be lacking, I trust there will be no objections to the immediate destruction of Pandaemonium. You needn't worry about that. We won't fail. You are bolder than I remember. Yes, it's because we believe in you, Eric. And you're even more tedious than I remember. Lilith, come find me when you're finished. What? Help! Erichthonius is understandably frustrated, but if we are to conquer Abyssos, we must go forth with clear hands. Pray lend an ear to his troubles, that their weight might be lightened. Oh my gosh. These are some chunky cutscenes. Ready to go. Ready to go. Back here. Poor Eric and his daddy issues. Wait, let me see. Oh! Barely have enough to do to get my last step. Well, not the last, but the last one we have. You do have my gratitude. Ill-fit as I am to show it at the moment, without your words to sway him, La Habrea would have carried out his plan without a second thought. When at first we realized the creations had slipped their bonds, the other keywords did all in their power to restore order. Even though they could have chosen escape, they remained to aid their allies. I'm certain not a soul among them would wish to see this facility erased from the world, and they don't deserve to be abandoned for simply for carrying out their duty. And besides, Hephaestus has secrets yet untold, secrets that would be buried if Pandaemonium were reduced to rubble. I mean to uncover the truth behind his words, the truth of my mother. Baby. While La Habrea was quick to dismiss his claims, I failed to see what Hephaestus would gain by fabricating such a story. All I was told of my mother's death was she perished in an accident. No one would say more. It was almost as if they feared saying, in fact. Even if it was not La Habrea that dealt the fatal blow, we've seen with our own eyes how quickly he can condemn others to die. I only wish to know at last what befell her. What do you think, Lilith? Does the La Habrea you know have any regard for the lives of others, or will he carry out his duty with another's blood on his hands? He was always a man who worked from the shadows. He once used my ally as a vessel for his own twisted ends. I have no idea what he might be like in this age. That's true. This age, just how long has it been since you last met? Regardless, I'd like to see you try and view him as he is now. Another opinion would be much appreciated. But it is plain— oh no. We should focus on the task at hand, proving to La Habrea that we are capable of saving Pandaemonium from its enemies. The most convincing way is to do that will be to regain control of Abyssos. Although I'm loath to admit it, he would know more about those depths than any of us, and seeing as how we require every advantage we can afford, would you speak to him for us? He seems to have a special interest in your capabilities and may deign to help at your suggestion, if only to see what you can do. I might end in a little bit. I think I'm gonna try and at least get to the next quest, or the next, unlock the next raid, and then I might end for now. Yeah, because I need to have dinner and stuff. Erichthonius appears to have deep trust in you, and all that Abys tells you shares some relation to Asm. Your unusual ether does not mark you as a familiar. It is unlike anything I have seen, even among the countless concepts I have observed. To think that I would encounter an existence I could not create by my own hand, Asm never ceases to surprise me. The previous Asm was much the same, in taking the entirety of the star into consideration. She came to hold dear emotions in people that a more logical mind would have discarded. This made her act in her own self-interest more often than not. Just as you and Elpis have conducted yourselves in this matter, the true danger of Asm's nature is its tendency to infect all those who she comes into contact with. Em itself said the same thing. Trust that I shall do naught that would violate my duty. I love them so much. Love all the ancients. And yet you so frivolously invoked your authority as emissary to justify this little excursion. It matters little, however. Only your deeds can speak for you now. You wish to know more of Abyssos, I take it. Although I no longer have control over many of its functions, I can yet sense what creations lie within. The chief keywords reach as far indeed. Well then, what do we have to look forward to? I sense no creations of note. Perhaps they have been made into fodder for experimentation, or perhaps they have been transferred into the deeper circles. Yet Hephaestus would never allow you safe passage. He has left a trial for you to overcome. I speak of Hegemon, keyword of Abyssos. Although her presence is stained with marks of corruption, it is unmistakable. Oh my god, look at that bob! She is serving cunt! Oh my god. I knew her as a woman gifted in magic and blessed with a highly logical mind. While I can sense those qualities within her still, there's something else at work. It's gonna be similar to the other guy. The keyword of Asphodelos. If I had to hazard a guess, I would say that's because she's already been twisted into Prometheus, doubtless against her will. Lilith Themis, we must rescue her from that cruel fate, and if we cannot, we can at least seal her away until we find a means to undo the damage. Your allies make you bold, Erchthonios. I very much look forward to seeing how far they carry you. His dad is still gonna give him shit over the fact that he needs Themis' help to cast the little spells. Kinda forgot. Oh, we're going down into the Abyssos. Oh, the fucking, oh my god, I remember her with the slay ass bob. No, not your co-healer being also a scholar. Well, they better heal so you can just push Royal, right? Or whatever. Bitch with the bob. Yeah, well, isn't that what you usually do anyway, Unique? Oh, hedge money. I see now. She do be kind of slaying though. The bitch with the fuck ass bob. Okay. Oh, not even a countdown. I guess this is just a normal raid, so. It kind of popped off with the music, with these normal raids. They said let's get some bass in this. Enough with the orchestral. Symphonic music, like we're so rock and roll now. Oopsie daisy. Where do I go? What do I do? standing in the right spot even though I didn't try to. I'm so here for the Evanescence collab. Knows what he is. He doesn't deny that he's a Boreal for sure. Oops. Oh. Owie. Oh fuck. That was my beat. Now me trying to get my slipstream in before the countdown. So sorry, Babs. I got you there. Swag. Unique. Oh my gosh, hi Kate, no worries. Hello, hello, hello. Listen, Unique. I was just trying to cast my slipstream and I thought I had more time than I did. It was not, I was trying to, failed. I'm so sorry. Oh, did I do good? Did I do good damage, Jer? I don't really pay attention to the numbers on the screen. That's okay. I've been rolling greed on everything anyways. Oh my god. These normal raids are kind of easy, to be honest, and I know I'm gonna regret that when I go into Savage. No worries, I'm probably gonna have a couple cutscenes, so go and do your murder. We've won! The keyword is sealed away and alive this time. La Habrea can't deny us now. Oh, we're over-geared. Okay, that would make sense. I mean, yeah. Duh. Let's see, I have 23... 23? And 17. Do I need Savage Might? I'll take some Savage Might then, since I don't really have as much. Our plan was a success, although I hardly need to tell you that. Hegemon has been sealed away, and now you have no choice but to admit the merit in our methods. He's gonna give him shit about how he couldn't do the lock spell by himself. You have the right of it. I am not so petty as to deny the achievements of those I've squabbled with, no matter how strongly we disagree. Moreover, this being, ether as thin as retreating mist, unable to wield creation magics, yet powerful enough to subdue a Hemitheos, has made this ordeal far more interesting. Then we have leave to continue. Wait, I just noticed that like his hair is like kind of still red at the ends. His roots have grown out. As for that, there is one among you whose very presence puts the others at risk. 'Twould be best to proceed without him, for failure would have consequences that reach far beyond Pandaemonium. He's talking about himself. And whom do you speak? A warder who cannot even conduct his duty without aid. Oh! Never mind, he has given him shit. In this place, hope alone is not enough to overcome what awaits you. A single misstep will send all to their doom. Bruh. Why'd you even have a kid, La Habrea? Like, what is your problem? So long as we do our part and look to the allies by our side, even a neophyte can upraise his companions. That's something that Lilith and Themis taught me. Yeah, we're your dads now. While I do not wish to express my bias, I am inclined to agree. If my investigation has made anything clear, it is that we are together greater than the sum of our parts. And hope has brought us this far. It drives us to seek the right path and to act before that path lies closed to us. Then tell me, what is it you hope for? A better dad? To see Hephaestus in chains, that's the surest way to prevent further sacrifices. I'm aware that destroying Pandaemonium would rid us of him, but the cost is far too great. And I admit, I wish to know what he means to resurrect. I wish to know how he means to resurrect Athena. I guess we'll find out in P12. And there we have it. You just want your mommy back. You must leave this place at once, and do not think to set foot in Pandaemonium again. You're such a little bitch. You are capable, and that much is plain, yet Hephaestus cannot be suffered to live, and I shall not allow his talk of resurrection to poison mine or anyone else's mind. Life flows in a cycle, this is known. All souls return to the underworld, and Athena's is no exception. She has likely found a new vessel and a new journey to embark upon. You cannot be ignorant to the folly of Hephaestus's words. Even were he to breathe life into a body, the soul contained within would not be your mother's. What if our knowledge is imperfect? What if Hephaestus has discovered something that no one else has? Okay, Eric, I know you're like really miss your mom because she was the only parent that loved you. But like, resurrection is not it. Me saying that, but like trying to resurrect Emmett and Hith at all times. He knows all that you do, understands the bitter reality of the world. He wouldn't pursue the impossible. Or would he? Dun dun dun. Think, Ericthonius. I have already explained that he is merely my twisted reflection. Is it worth bringing back your mother if it means others are used and discarded like tools? Hi, Miso. Is it worth it to see her once more? Now you measure the worth of your colleagues' lives. What was that foolish brain about saving them? Merely a performance to hide your childish devotion to your mother? Oh my gosh, guys, Miso is here to say hello! Hello, Miso! Please, such barbs will get us nowhere. We should first discuss. I bet hedge money was a barb. You would call me a fool, you who murdered your wife in service of your ambition, for the sake of the star, no doubt. Oh no. Ugh, I can hear it again, that voice inside my head. The voices! The voices! I know who to follow. Hephaestus. Father! What? Mother, oh, I love you so, and this voice will guide me to you. Oh, no, he's losing it. He's losing his mind. No, listen not. Listen not, Ericthonios. Apologies. You taught me that a calm heart stays the course, but I could never even grasp the rudder. No! Where are you going? Hi, baby. Hello, Miso! Miso wants to be famous. He wants to be a famous streamer. He says, get me on the camera. Miso soup! Miso soup! Real attention whore. Yeah, that's okay. We love you for it. We love you for it. I wish you didn't hate getting brushed, because your hair is everywhere. Hello. Hi. Oh, yes. Hephaestus is cunning despite his warped mind. Whatever took hold of Ericthonius, it made short work of his reason. From the moment he laid eyes upon me, I could sense his hatred and rage simmering below the surface. 'Twas but a matter of time until it spilled forth, and that was when he fell into the spell's embrace. Mwah! A magic woven with such skill that Ericthonius himself failed to notice until it was too late. If this is the measure of Hephaestus's power, then the other keywords had little chance to resist it. We saw his work during our encounter with Hesperos. Doubtless Hephaestus's magics fed his admiration and envy until there is room for naught else in his heart. And there was something else besides. Did you not feel the presence of another? Yeah, I did. As I thought, someone was trying to warn Ericthonius, but whom? Could it have been one of the keywords? No, it was his mom, duh. Alas, their warning arrived too late. I had already provoked Ericthonius past the point of no return. I bear the burden for this failure. In my stubbornness, I could but scorn the boy, and Hephaestus knew that. Now I dread to think of the ordeal that awaits him due to my rashness. Yeah! There is time yet to save him. We can easily regain control of Abyssos, giving us a firm foothold from which to brave Pandaemonium's lowest level. The enemy is within reach. Hi! What are you doing? Just as with Hesperos, Ericthonius is in danger of being consumed by Hephaestus' spell. However, I have faith that he will not easily lose sight of himself. The way forward is clear. La Habrea, pray tell us all you know of what we shall find beyond Abyssos. I can only assume one more keyword lies in wait. The deepest level of Pandaemonium is called Tartaros. And your passage shall be challenged not only by a keyword. Hephaestus has laid traps in every corner of its halls. You have no hope of surviving past the threshold. That, I expect, is where Lilith shall shine. Yeah, I kind of slay. Her dissolute ether shall allow her to slip through the traps unimpeded. We saw it when Hephaestus had no effect, and doubtless even he has yet to devise a countermeasure. Mwah! Mwah! Then time is of the essence. Hephaestus is already well aware that you can match a keyword in battle. He will not stand idle while you stroll past his other defenses at your leisure. Agreed. However, clarity will be indispensable to our success, and I'm afraid I must insist upon it ere we depart. We have yet to discern to what end Hephaestus would use Erichthonius. If you know, I would ask that you enlighten us. And then there is the matter of Athena. Why do you so fiercely rebuke Erichthonius' feelings for his mother? While I understand that the very thought of resurrecting the dead is anathema, you act as if grief over her passing should be equally so. How are we to grapple with what plagues our friend and drives our foe if you refuse to acknowledge it? I do acknowledge it. I wish only to spare those that feel its still greater pain. Do you mean to protect Erichthonius with your silence, so instead of being honest, you bicker like a child, so you drove your own son over the edge? Ew, why are you licking my armpit? How dare you? No, you are right. The blame for Erichthonius' fate rests squarely on my shoulders. Very well, I shall lay bare the truth, but only after the foe before us has been laid low. Stop chewing my shirt. The remaining keyword is Agdistis. She has served in Pandaemonium since its inception, and her affinity for magic is peerless even among the keywords. Hephaestus knows that losing her would mean the end of his experiments. He has hidden her in a space unreachable by conventional means. But your presence makes mockeries of such barriers. The scarcity of your ether means it will be trivial to send you directly to Agdistis. We shall approach as closely as caution will allow. We know where the battle will commence, so I do not anticipate difficulty in detecting your presence. From afar, I shall do my best to provide you with ground on which to fight and phantom allies to aid you. As for the interment, I have yet to think of a foolproof method. Interment shall not be necessary. From here I can sense Agdistis' essence, but it is scarcely recognizable. Hephaestus was more ambitious with her than he was with Hegemon. She has been transfigured such that barely a scantling of herself remains. We can but take comfort in what a mercy the underworld will be to her. Ooh, pretty. Oh my god, what in the Shadowbringers? Oh, yeah, I think it would be best to just kill her. She looks like she's not, her soul is suffering. Let's put her out of her misery, shall we? I'm guessing you can fall off the edge here. Just a guess. Oh, wrong chat. I was not fast enough with the slide cast. No. Whee! Oh. Help, I didn't see the one back there! How the hell are we? Oh. Woo! I didn't think I was gonna dodge that. Oh no. Why are you? Oh. What the hell? Oh, was I not? I swear. Never mind. Never mind. I was too close, I guess, to the edge. I'm following Unique. Hey, that Reaper survived that. That's pretty impressive. We need to soak these. how this would give people trouble, like on this. Where to stand for that. GG's. Oh my god, wait, the death lined up so perfectly with the music just then. GG's. I remember this fight now. I remember hating it. Spicy. Honestly, I'm gonna give it to the Reaper because they survived a tank buster, and I feel like that's pretty impressive. They probably like had full health and used whatever moves they had, but still. I had to take a tank buster in X7 as summoner, and I just died. Oh, unique. Help. You did that? Oh god. Godspeed. Bless your soul. I received a player commendation? The moment Abyssos was slain, the flow of ether and Pandaemonium focused keenly on this location, creating a tunnel of sorts through which we could quickly convey ourselves. It was almost as if we were ushered here. Seems like a trap. The space was created with care and concealed with powerful wards. Only a keyword would have been able to detect it, and even then with great difficulty. Ergo. Aww. Please return to the star and enjoy peace. If only I could restore Tartaros to order, but I'm afraid this is the most I can manage with such power as remains to me. It has been too long, Master La Habrea. Likewise, keyword Agistus. Agdistus? I would not be surprised you were able to break free of Hephaestus' spells, even diminished as you were. It was not an easy task even with your aid. His curses dig into one's heart, creating a storm of emotions that is all too easy to become lost in. Only by chance did a fragment of myself remain, illuminating a path through the madness. Hi Scott, how are you? I haven't seen you in a couple days. I hope you're doing well. And thus am I able to appear before you now. Even while my body was powerless to resist Hephaestus' commands, some small part of my logical mind stood alone in defiance. It even managed to speak to the outside world. Oh, those were the words of warning. The report, that was you. Doubtless you recognize my voice from the many times I have called out to you. The hope that those pleas would not fall on deaf ears was all that kept me from succumbing to hopelessness. Aww. But I have a greater purpose here than simply saying my farewells. There is something you must know, that the tragedies of the past do not repeat in the present. We're at the third step, Babs. True, Scott. Forgive me for what I am about to do, Master La Habrea, but the story must be told. 'Tis the only way to understand Hephaestus' fixation on Erichthonios's. No longer can you hide your heart away. Oh? Why is he so tall? Hephaestus? No, the mask marks him as La Habrea. Master La Habrea had brought an end to Lady Athena's life and sealed away a part of his memories and emotions within Hephaestus. These are my recollections of the moments following. Oh, this is a projection. And you truly have no intention of revealing the truth to Erichthonios. My lesser half is now buried where none can find it. We would be wise to do the same with our memory of this day. Oh. Blood should not sway the spirit so, but Athena's teachings have warped the boy. I fear he would see our star burn to keep his mother safe. Erichthonios believes that he feels love, but he is shackled by dependence. He could not bear the truth. He has such an angry-looking face, my lord. His dependence makes it all the more important to be open with him. He will seek answers about his mother's loss, which shall inevitably lead him to you. Are you willing to accept the blame for Athena's death? Are you willing to accept your son's hatred? Oh, shit. But why did he kill Athena, though? If that is what comes to pass, then so be it. Better to be burdened with hatred than the knowledge that Athena thought his body and soul mere tools, to be used and discarded. What? Oh, shit. Even were I to tell him what his mother plotted, he would never seek reasons to believe that the true fault lies with me, or with him. Should he merely hate me, he will remain unfettered by doubt, free to serve the star far from his parents' shadow. Oh shit. What the fuck? Erichthonios loved his mother more than life itself, and yet, what a dreadful truth you've borne all this time. Such is La Habrea's nature, every action, every word a solution to life's great dilemmas, and none to spare for his own. What I have revealed to you is but a small portion of a larger picture. I shall leave it to La Habrea to paint the rest for you. And for Erichthonios I have. Okay, pause. I think I got the X7 book. Should I use the X7 book instead? I'll look at it after. I'm pretty sure I got the book though. I'll double check when I finish this. Thank you, Agdistus. I always admire you, you know. What choice did I have when you sacrificed so much to guide our star to the heavens? Hephaestus has doubtless sensed that his final keyword has fallen. We should return to the surface before he moves to strike us here. If we are to face him, we must be prepared to bring our full strength to bear. Oh my god, so Athena was secretly evil. Hi, Miso! Everyone say hi to Miso. He loves the camera today, apparently. Where did I put the book? It must be on a retainer. No, you can't melt the Manderville. The Manderville. Agdistis was ever a bold woman, even in her final moments, that she would unearth the secrets of my past for all to look upon. Still, full glad am I that she has faced you as her last opponent. I could think of none more worthy to send her soul off to the other side. The vision you saw told the story far more eloquently than I ever could. Athena was consumed by her research and was willing to sacrifice her own child if it hastened her progress. Oh my god, why would you sacrifice your own child? What the fuck? She did not offer him a position here out of sense of love or pride. 'Twas merely because she knew he would be the most pliable test subject. Oh my god, poor Eric. He's been like subjected to like gaslighting and manipulation his whole life. Okay. I don't want you on the desk. I'm gonna move around. You have to get down. No. Stop. I see now why you hid the truth from him. I cannot say with certainty that Ericthonius would handle the weight of such betrayal after holding his mother on a pedestal for so long. Unfortunately, it seems not even her death has ensured his safety. Hephaestus has taken up Athena's research and succeeded in creating Hemithoi. I know not what his ultimate end is, but 'tis plain it is connected with the resurrection of Athena. That knowledge alone is sufficient to direct our next course of action. As for the rest of your story, we shall hear it after we have returned to Ericthonius to safety, in accordance with Agdistis' last wish. Very well. I can at least assure you that finding him shall prove relatively simple now that Hephaestus can no longer bend Pandaemonium to his will. There is but one place left for him to find refuge, the Black Heart of Tartaros, where Athena built her testing compound. Okay, I need to take a second. We can assume Hephaestus will offer fierce resistance. I must focus every effort on securing a safe means of approach. Vahabrea, I would ask that you assume duty of summoning Lilith's phantom warriors. I have no objections. My ability to fight with Tartaros would be greatly diminished in any case. However, I wish to deal the final blow to Hephaestus myself. There is no need to dirty your hands with such a deed. I take it then you have no intent to seal him away as before. The presence I felt when I encountered Hephaestus bore little resemblance to the entity I created. By his own hands, he has become something far more wicked. The same magics that once shackled him may very well shatter before the power he wields. On my pride as a researcher, I am loath to repeat the same mistake twice. I would not see these events play out again, and so he must be extinguished. Well then, I shall open the way forward. May we finish this together. I thought he was gonna have a Sailor Moon transformation. Okay, Deepa, what's your preferred grocery store of choice? Everyone in chat, actually, what's your grocery store of choice?
Ericthonius is mine, heart and soul. And with your death, none will be left to stop me.
Pardon, really? See, I don't like Trader Joe's produce. Oh shit! Oh shit! Deepa, no. Deepa, no! Yes, summon my besties! Okay. Gonna calm the bum boy? Of course you are, Uni. Can I carbunk you out? Is that a South thing? Public?
Rest eternal in the dark depths of this prison.
See, I personally like Trader Joe's. Actually, no. I have to admit, I'm a bougie bitch. I love Whole Foods because they have a good mix of like regular food and like organic food. Actually, no. My favorite grocery store ever is a grocery store that's just in Northern California called Nugget. Motherfucker. And it's really good. It's like Whole Foods, but like less expensive. And it sources a lot of like stuff. I should probably not be talking while I'm trying to do this raid, but whatever. It sources a lot of its like products, like produce, anything from like local in Northern California. So it's like really good produce and like they have a lot of really good stuff. Anyway, but that's only in Northern California, I think, like Bay Area. Yeah. See, my thing is, grocery shopping in New York City is like the worst thing ever. Even like when I have my little grandma cart, like the streets around my apartment are like not paved right. And I live really close to like a school. Like a ton of like giant high schools, so it's like they're always like there's always shit tons of kids around. And they're always like blocking up the sidewalks, and I'm like walking around in my fucking grandma cart, and it's really annoying. But, so usually I go to Trader Joe's because it's the closest to me. It's like super close, and well, okay, there's a Target. It's like a combination Trader Joe's in the basement, Target on the upstairs.
In flames, Empress.
But
go forth and sate your boundless hunger.
Nope, I'm going the wrong way. I'm going the wrong way. Everyone's over here. The thing is, like you said, you have to go to Ralph's after Trader Joe's. Because Trader Joe's like doesn't ever have like all the stuff you need. I'm always down bad. Anyways, I like going to that Trader Joe's. There's Trader Joe's and Target. Even though city Targets suck, they're literally the worst.
I shall see my wish fulfilled.
Trader Joe's do be cheap. Sometimes, very rarely, I'll go to Whole Foods, but it's a little further away, and obviously it's more expensive, so like, I don't go there for my normal stuff, but there's no like normal grocery store that's close to me, really. Like Trader Joe's or Whole Foods. Oh, and there's this really good vegan like bodega deli thing near me. and they have really good sandwiches, but they also have some really cool eating products as well. Oh no, I didn't get out of that in time.
Leave naught but ash in your wake.
The way I should like actually be paying attention to this fight, so like I can do Pietas.
Behold the fruits of sacrifice. You are prey to be consumed. Perish in flames embrace. Go forth and sate your boundless hunger.
Yes! W slide cast. Swag. Easy. Oh my gosh. You bought 2 herb plants. I love that. For you? I really like love having like little plants. And oh! Ah! No! Oh wait, I need to extract my materia before I forget. Oh, okay, awesome, a lot of cutscenes. Fantastica. I like love having little plants and like things, but I literally have 0 sunlight in this apartment. So that's not feasible for right here, for my current living situation. I would love to be like one of those cute little bitches with like little herbs and stuff I can like pick. Like when I was living at home, it was so nice because like my parents like had like a backyard and stuff where we like grew like herbs and stuff. The chain of events that led to this moment began with my error. When out of mercy I confined you here, now I break it and leave no trace of you behind. But we need to know the truth. He's probably already done it. Obviously, we have to go to Abyssos. This is not over. I see you will not go peacefully. Even a cast-off would uphold his pride, though such an impulse must speak to the overwhelming arrogance of my other half. The name Hephaestus shall grow to eclipse yours, and none shall remember the deeds of La Habrea once I fulfill Athena's ambition and bring Erichthonios' dream to life. You speak as if you care a whit for the boy, then why then do you cower behind him? There are some desires which must not be realized. Athena would see the world destroyed if it meant she could find hers in the ruins. As for Erichthonios... He knows not what his wish would beget, a truth which you have hidden from him. Do you truly believe a father's role is to deceive and manipulate? Oh, Eric. My wish? You would claim the name Hephaestus and call yourself his father, yet you bind his mind and body in dark chains. Your words, your pride, ring hollow. Athena watched her son by her side, and he desires to return there. What wickedness is there in mending a broken family? Athena cared not for Erichthonios, beyond how he could serve her ends. You claim to be acting in his interest, but 'tis plain you are no different. Yeah, as I ushered Athena to her end, I vowed that my sole mission in life would be to guide this star true. In service to that vow, I silenced the whispers of my heart. I could not nurture a son whilst an entire world looked to me for guidance. For that choice, I bear the responsibility. Oh, fuck. Yet he is still my son, and I will not suffer you to seduce him with false hope. Yet you who are not but the bitter dregs of Athena and I, the very worst of us. Mother, she... No, then who? How do I? Hearken to your heart. Come back to us. Listen, I wouldn't trust in La Habrea, but I hear you. I owe you and Themis an apology. Athena, did you ever... In La Habrea, I will have my say. Yes! You have the power. Yes! Go, Eric, go! How? His mind was mine. I can't explain. Lilith's words reached me through the haze. They rang loud and clear. As did the words of another, in a voice much like yours, but resounding with truth. Go, bestie, go! Who cares what your dads think? How? When did you master these bonds? Oh my god. Deep. Thank you. You subscribed for 3 months? What the hell? Congrats on. Thank you for 3 months. Oh shit. You worthless. You. Ah! Oh. His soul crystal! Oh my god. Listen, that could be said for a lot of characters. It appears my failures have borne fruit after all. You did well, son. Oh my god. Wow. Are you actually showing love to your son for once in your goddamn life? That's crazy. With Hephaestus' essence. Okay, Miso. You have had enough. You have had enough. You keep causing chaos every time you're up here. No. No. Mwah. Oh my god. With Hephaestus' essence contained in this crystal, we may safely return Erechthonius above. That he would bind Hephaestus with only half his senses intact. You quite understand his adeptness in the art of interment. It was hardly what I had in mind, but a feat deserving of praise nonetheless. Bitch, just be proud of your motherfucking son. Yeah, Misa really has a mind of his own. What are you doing over there? What are you doing? What are you doing? No. I feel no trace of Hephaestus' poison in your mind, and for a blessing, it appears your body is none the worse for wear. Themis! I made my way here as soon as I could. I no longer sense Hephaestus, and the force assailing Pandaemonium's barriers has ceased. Are we rid of him for good and all? For now? I see. Despite his muddled senses, Erechthonius felt that to seal Hephaestus away was the proper course. It wasn't so noble as that. I only knew something had to be done, so I acted. I'm so proud of you! La Habrea, was that how you dealt with Hephaestus in the past? Indeed, he was naught but the parts of my memory and soul that I had cut away, a mass of ether without a material vessel. Storing his essence within a crystal was the most logical choice. On that matter, I believe time has come for you to share the rest of your tale, or of Hephaestus' creation and Athena's end. I heard your words, but only vaguely, as if from under the surface of a deep pool. My mother wished to use me? I don't want to tell him! I would hear the whole truth. I want to know what happened here and what drove Athena to act as she did. I'm ready. Athena's brilliance outshone us all. Even the other members of the Words of La Habrea were as children in comparison. So dedicated to research was she that it was not unheard of for her to forget meals or even sleep. Her mind was ever grasping for knowledge, and it was this endless search that she became obsessed with uncovering the secrets of life. You see, while we can conceive life in various forms, the means of creating a soul are beyond our ken. Similarly, though we can enhance and alter our physical vessels, we have ever been bound to them. Athena's purpose was to shatter these limitations. Such limitations as we are not meant to surpass, she sought to enter the realm of gods. Scarce few have the ability to comprehend what such a task entails, let alone the courage to attempt it. For most, the thought would be an idle fancy, considered once and then discarded. Not so for Athena. As leader of the Words of La Habrea, I spoke with her often about transcending our being. From an academic perspective, the challenge has plagued countless researchers through the ages. What's up, Obi? How's it going? Welcome in. It was during these musings that I began to formulate a theory, a means by which a person could mend with the creation. The weakness of one would be mitigated by the strengths of the other, and the result could be something greater than we have ever imagined. Although it was but a theory, Athena insisted I develop it further, curious about every detail along the way. Our conversations became more frequent, and our platonic friendship grew into something much more. I take it I was bored not soon after. He was like, y'all were fucking. Just so, I believe she bore true affection for me and was blind to her hidden intentions. When Pandaemonium was built, she requested to lead the researchers. I saw no reason to deny her. Even setting aside our relationship, her accomplishments as a scholar made her the obvious choice. However, in giving her Pandaemonium, I also gave her free rein to conduct whatsoever experiments she could devise. And when you found out what she was doing, you killed her. I made haste to Pandaemonium the moment I learned of these hidden chambers. I left Abyssos to keep watch from Tartaros's vestibule as I ventured deeper, knowing not what would await me. As for what occurred next, 'tis best to see with your own eyes. Oh my god, he's gonna show her mom dying. His mom dying. Oh shit, it's little Eric, little baby Eric. Is that me? You are well aware that out of respect for our neighbors in Elpis, the researchers of Pandaemonium are not to be masked. Yet you stand before me with your face covered. What petty defiance is this? What indeed? So quick you are to rebuke me, though you yourself have not set foot in these halls since their inception. You must have known you could not conceal this from myself and Abyssos forever, as well you know that I cannot allow it to continue. Oh my god, he was doing experiments on his little... she was doing experiments on her child? I shall say this but once. Release Eric Thonios, else I still have no choice but to strike you down. I would meet my end at the hands of none other. However, ere my time is come, I will have you know the why of it. Then you will not desist. Once you understand what has driven me this far, you shall see that stopping was never an option. The feelings of one weigh little against the needs of the entire star. Of course of that I am well aware, but you did not deign to descend from your lofty heights simply to lecture me as you would a child. You have an interest in my motivations. What possessed Athena, peerless researcher and mother to the son of the great La Habrea, to embark upon the path of her downfall? History will demand an answer, but it is you who deserves one. Give me your hand, La Habrea, and we shall know one another. Oh, why did that... Impossible. You bonded your souls? Aye, the boundaries between us would cease to be. She offered me everything, to be understood. I found myself unable to refuse. At that moment, my mind was a storm of questions, yet one roared the loudest. Did Athena ever truly love me? I am become the memory and mind. And I thee. This is a really fucked up marriage. Union. Can you feel it? My heart, all that I am. Yes, as if it were my own. fathomless desire to dissect the mysteries of life, to transcend our mortal flesh, and bleed into a higher plane of existence. An unquenchable thirst for knowledge, not a single thought spared for another, for the star. How disappointing. Yet what is known cannot be unknown. You have beheld my life's work. Try as you might to excise the memory, the seed of desire remains, and when it takes root, you too shall be consumed by the selfsame fervor. I will dig it out. I will dispense with the corruption in my soul ere your rotten insight spreads. Oh my god. 'Twas my weakness that let this wickedness fester, but never again. Today I shall cast aside fickle emotion and abide in duty alone. Today I renounce all that I was and live only as La Habrea. Oh my god, then the crystal and the life stream is the two halves. La Habrea and Hephaestus. Thus I did forsake the part of myself that had been polluted by Athena, sealing it within a crystal. Never did I think I would one day face those memories made flesh. Forgive my bluntness, but your actions bordered on insanity to go such lengths to escape your memories. You nearly rewrote your very existence. Rest assured, the change did not go unnoticed by our colleagues in the convocation. Igorium, and Emmett Selk in particular made plain the suspicions they harbored. That's my husband. I love Emmett. As well they should have. That you escaped with your life was nothing short of a miracle. Why didn't you destroy the crystal then and there? Did you think to one day make use of the knowledge it contained? I will not deny such considerations played into my decision, but my main motivation was fear. I had never attempted such a feat before. The crystal was my sole recourse should something go awry with the remainder of my soul. In hindsight, to cling to it was a mistake born of doubt. Oh, fuck. Athena must have anticipated that I would resort to such measures and prepared a vessel beforehand that would accept the dregs of my soul. Remember when we spent like a really long time killing La Habrea and AR? Good times. Remember when La Habrea possessed Thancred? I do. He was just really cool and multi-layered and just a dad trying to do his best. I mean, listen, Deepa, you missed like the first part of this, and he's not been the best dad. I mean, he did try and save his son's life from being like literally human experimentation, but he kind of spent the rest of the time being a really shit deadbeat dad who basically bullied his son and telling him he was worthless and not like, I don't know, maybe not those words exactly, but like just like, listen, he did the right thing, and then I'm sure there's lots of mixed emotions about everything. Anyway, Athena must have anticipated that I would resort to such measures and prepared a vessel beforehand that it would accept the dregs of my soul. Hephaestus doubtless believed he was performing his duty as a husband and father should. Yet in truth, he was but a puppet being pulled to and fro by Athena's desires. His goal was not to raise himself high. He thought only of seeing his dear Athena live again, live again, that she might finish what she began. Men, so true. Fathers. So many deadbeat dads in this video game, my goodness. Yet for all that, he and I were alike. Yet we shared a fatal flaw, you see. Our need to control blinded us to other perspectives. While I was enthralled to Hephaestus, you called out to me. What say you now? Does the Hebrea speak true? He did promise. Yes, and now it's your turn to do the same. What does your heart tell you? In your heart of hearts. He had such a fucked up childhood. I just want to give him a hug. How sad he is. I just want to know one thing. Did you truly believe that hiding the truth was best for me, even knowing how I felt about my mother? La Hebrea, I know, had a fatal flaw, after all. I'm still not convinced. I have said all that I can say. Now it is for you to choose to believe me, or not. Not this music too! The La Hebrea I know holds duty above all else. I would sooner prostrate? Like the prostrate? What? Myself before an erupting volcano, then place my fickle emotions in his path. When you return to the surface, you'll doubtless don that mask once more, so before we climb out of this forsaken pit, I suppose I should say... Thank you, Hephaestus. He's dark-skinned when he's young. Oh wait, you mean now? I mean like... Yeah. This close-up is shaking me up. Yeah. Cause like, compared to Erechthonius, because like Erechthonius, it looks really similar to his dad when he was young, and comparing their two skin tones is like very different. I don't know. I also am like, when they were like bonding souls or whatever, you could see his hair start to turn. So maybe like he took some of the physical traits of Athena because she was like very pale. So maybe he like his hair and his skin lightened or something when they... I don't know though. I've heard enough. There is more I would yet discuss, but we should first return to Pandaemonium's gates. I'll gather my thoughts on the way. Deepa, when are you gonna do normal raids? So we can raid together. I know you have your classes starting and stuff, but also I need you to do the patches so we can do the extremes together. I owe you an apology, Lilith. It was due to my own inexperience that Hephaestus was so easily able to take a hold of my mind. I also owe you thanks. If you and Themis hadn't chose to brave the chaos occurring in Pandaemonium, then I would have never known La Hebrea's story, my father's story. You're gonna work on them this week? Yes! Oh my god. I know I should try out the Unreal now that I've cleared X7. I cleared X7 last night at OB, by the way. I've kind of just been doing Party Finder on my own time, and I cleared. It was my first ever clear of high-end content. I also owe you thanks if you oh wait, I already read this. 'Twas a tale I too was fascinated to hear. I very much look forward to speaking with Azim upon my return. I cannot help but wonder how much of this she foresaw. I am afraid I cannot allow that, Elpis. So long as you retain control of Pandaemonium, there is work to be done. Oh no! But of course, I shall first free the remaining warders and restore this place to its former glory. Using the facilities in Tartaros, we should be able to reverse the changes made to their bodies and minds. I shall stay behind to oversee the process. That is well, but I must yet learn why I was considered the key to Hephaestus' experiments, and how he intended to revive Athena. Such questions are best left unanswered. In fact, I forbid the pursuit of that knowledge. The boundary between man and creation shall never again be crossed. And I intend to destroy the crystal containing Hephaestus' essence, that this mistake never again repeats. I see no reason to gainsay your judgment. There is yet the matter of your crystal, however. Truth be told, I had not considered its origin until I saw the one containing Hephaestus' ether. I was struck by how wholly different they were. No worries, Jer. Yeah, get some good rest. Work sucks. There is another. Oh, I don't have it with me. I gave it to whatever his name is. While imbuing a crystal with memories is a simple process, storing a message, a warning even, would be something altogether more complex. This also means that someone besides the present company, and Azim, was aware of the plot unfolding within Pandaemonium. Then why would they not make themselves known? Even now, no threats remain. Perhaps it was one of the other warders. We shall question them after they are freed. That task may take some time, a resource I'd rather not steal more of from you. Return at leisure and we shall share our results then. You've done more than enough for the time being. I am of the same mind. Leave the loose ends to us and continue upon your journey. Or if you are so inclined, take a much-needed repose. This talk of journeys smacks of Azim. As well it should. She is pledged to keep moving until she has seen every corner of the world. If you do find yourself with a spare moment, you might bring that crystal of yours to La Habrea. He may be able to offer further insight. Until then, my friend. I want to know more about, like, the current Azim in their time. Because obviously, Vana, who became Heidelin, was previously Azim. But I want to know about the Azim that was, like, currently serving during their time, while, like, when Vana sundered the world, you know? Hello, Rusinode. Why, if it isn't Lilith, excuse me if I'm not my usual chipper self, but we have not been without our difficulties in your absence. You see, communication with the airship Professor Claudian commissioned for his search was lost some time ago, and now we have quite lost track of where he might be. And to make matters worse, Nimgigi has just sent word of an unusually large amount of ether coming from somewhere within the ethereal sea. I was just on my way to the Aidoscope. In fact, please, you must come with me. Miso, I'm sorry. I love you. You had some good uppies, but it's too much for me. Oh, what the hell? Now, what is Pandaemonium doing here? What is this? Is it real? Oh, yikes. What the elevator ding? Why is it that whenever danger visits the world, you are never far behind? Who is it? Who is it? Ah! Not all the toxic fathers come together. What the hell? And you two, Professor Claudian's assistants, I take it. He would actually be besties with La Habrea. They'd be like, oh my god, yeah, we were just doing like what we thought was best to protect our children, but ended up traumatizing them for life and gaslighting and manipulating them instead. Bad Dad Convention 2023, for real. Like, they would get along so well. They'd be like, yeah, what the hell? Like, we were doing everything right. Why does my son hate me now? I guess Alfie and Allie don't hate Fortunal, but I hate him for them. As you arrived before me, I take it you are involved in this. I would thank you to furnish me with an explanation. Oh my god, Miso. I love you! But you... I'm getting overstimulated. I'm getting overstimulated. Wants to be held. While the research summary you submitted to the forum gave us no cause for concern, these details are alarming. He's literally just like La Habrea. Like, he's like, oh, the head of some important thing, and their research like is more important to them than being like a good father and like being there for their kids. Because this is like my whole thing with Fortunal. I know like Unique and like some other people are like have said that Fortunal gets too much hate, and I don't know. It's like, it's complicated because yes, they were trying to do the right thing and are now trying to do better for their kids. Yeah, it took him way too long to come around, and he was just like so mean to his children without any explanation, without being like, this is, you know, like he would make up his dumb little explanations. He was so extreme, and like even now, like I also just like don't like him as a person, I think, is the thing. Like, he's not a good person to me in my mind, so like he hasn't been a good father either. Like, he really is just mean and like doesn't have a lot of like that love and caring that like you should have as a father. And like, I don't know, it's just like trying to like formulate my thoughts into sentences. It's just, yeah, he had no, like, he has just like, his work became way more important to him than his kids, and even though like he believed that the work he was doing was to save his children, like there was no reason for him to be so mean and like actively working against his kids and like telling his kids that they're wrong and that like their efforts are worthless, and making them feel like they are, yeah, like worthless almost, and like that what they're doing is wrong and he is correct and like better than him. Like, he doesn't see them as equals, and while I understand like he literally disowned them publicly, and it's like, I like I guess, like, since I'm from a younger generation, and I know it's, like, different, but, like, I really hate the respect your elders thing, and I think everyone should view each other as equals, and I think that's, like, to be a really good parent and to, like, create a good relationship with your children, like, you need to view them as equals. They're not, like, your property. They're not, like, little beings. Like, they are real people with human feelings, and I feel like Fortunal didn't see them as people with feelings and, like, ambitions for a really long time, and then he just, like, expects them to forgive him just because he apologized. And, like, honestly though, it's like he only apologized and came around to them because they saved the world. If what we had done didn't work out or something went wrong, he wouldn't be so friendly. He would be like, I was right all along and you were wrong and you've wasted time and you've, like, done all of this. Like, he would have blamed them and, like, switched up on them so quick. Anyways, that was a whole tangent, but continuing back to the story. While the research summary you submitted to the forum gave us no cause for concern, these details are alarming. Yeah, until he starts chewing on my cords or something. He'll sit nicely like this for like 3 minutes. The professor's last message indicated he was on his way to Azisla, but we know not whether he ever reached his destination. A rash endeavor, even for Claudian, but he has ever allowed the thrill of discovery to cloud his better judgment. We have no recourse but to entreat Ishgard's aid in searching for him. As for that unsightly fortress which materialized in the ethereal sea, Pandaemonium was it? It cannot be left alone. For the time being, information regarding this matter must be strictly controlled so as to minimize panic. We will gather those with knowledge of the ethereal sea and continue monitoring it for further irregularities. He does love a good censorship. You two submit a detailed report to the forum at once. At present, we have far more questions than answers. Nevertheless, I would ask for your assistance at such a time that our investigation has concluded. Very good. Now, if you will excuse me, I must apprise the forum of what has occurred here. Also, sorry, going back to Fortunal, you know what? No. I should stop thinking about it. But it's just like, it's really hard to see. The Alfie and Ali are like in one of their most important, like, development stages where they're forming relationships with people and like how to act, and like if you're like, your parents can really fuck you up for the rest of your life if like based on like your relationships and your like emotions and feelings and communication and such people. And so anyway, just when we needed him the most, Professor Claudian remains unaccounted for. He even brought the crystal with him. You're left with scarce few straws to grasp at. While I am but a lowly assistant, even I can see that our two current problems are likely related. The same party or phenomenon may be responsible for both. Conversely, I see now that my unexperienced imagination failed to do Pandaemonium's pitiless spires justice. I can only wonder if the facility itself traversed the ages. Did the creations within do the same? What of the keyboards? The answers to these questions shall come in time, I am sure. For now, I must do as Master Fortunal asked and write that report. As for you, Lilith, pray get what rest your responsibilities will allow. When next we call upon you, I wager we shall need you in kind condition. Oh wait,